Hello and welcome. My name is Brenda Mailer with Sea Bright Spirit. This is Bella. She seems to want to join me on the mat. How are you today? It's early January and I haven't had a video in a little while, and I thought I would share a little practice with you today, support you as you step into the new year, whatever time of year this is for you. But also just as a practice to come inward towards yourself, to slow down in our practice, to take our time, check in, and really explore how we are in the moment, really. So, whenever this is for you, we can always pause, take our time, turn our attention inward, and feel into what's present and what's perhaps needed to support us as we move through our days and our weeks. So, I'm just going to start here, I guess. And so I invite you to, have anything that'll support you in your yoga practice. We'll use a couple blocks. I'm sitting on a cushion right now. I have a blanket for my knees. Um, if there's anything you'd like to support you, pillow for Shavasana or things like that, I'm going to need to have those handy. All right. So we're going to start seated, and we're just going to do a little centering and then make our way onto our mats. All right. And then she might move. All right, so we get comfortable in your seat, and we're just going to start by softening our gaze, closing our eyes, and turning our attention a bit inward with an inhale in through the nose and exhaling out through the mouth. Doing that a few times as you need. Just begin that turning inward, that settling in. Not feeling like anything needs to change, but just allowing yourself to find what is in the moment, starting with a little check in and letting your breath find its own natural rhythm. Start feeling into the space around you, feeling the support of your space, familiar sounds and smells, the support of the floor, the cushion, or whatever's beneath you. And just feeling the sensation down through your legs and your feet, that connection to the earth beneath you, holding your body, noticing any sensations through your legs, your hips, your low back, your belly, feeling your spine, holding your body upright, feeling your posture, making any adjustments, noticing the shoulders, any sensations through your upper back, your heart space. Just feeling your arms, however your arms are resting, your hands, your neck, and your head balancing over your body. Take a moment to observe the sensation of the face. How do you feel in the muscles of your face? Just noticing through your body spaces of tension or ease, maybe a little aliveness or a little dullness through the body. Just meeting ourselves as we are. If there's discomfort, meet the discomfort. Try not to judge it. And with our awareness of it in our body, taking a moment to tune into our minds, noticing our focus. Where does our attention land? So there thoughts moving through your mind from the day and the day's activities? See what you can set aside for now. Hold space for anything you need to. Just allow the mind to calm, even slightly. to find a little focus as it turns and you guide your attention inward into yourself. I invite you to place a hand over your heart and a hand over your belly to help draw your focus down and in. This is start to feel into your breath. Maybe your heartbeat, the rhythm of your breathing. Just noticing what you notice. Does the breath feel really calm? Is it struggling? Is it short or deep? Is there any pauses in your breath? Or is it continuous? Where do you feel it in your body? Tuning into our breath is like tuning into a barometer, taking our own temperature, our inner state. If we're calm, the breath might be a little deeper, slower. If we're a little agitated, might be a little quicker, shallower. Try not to judge your inner state right now. Just be open to what is. We have the intention of meeting ourselves as we are with compassion and kindness, not judging, not attaching, just allowing, getting curious. So, how's your energy? Are you feeling like you're ready to move? Are you feeling a little sluggish, tired? If you're feeling a little sluggish, you might focus just a little bit more on your inhales. If you're feeling a little overstimulated, you might focus on a little bit of a longer, slower exhale. Let's just take a couple of moments to find that center, to feel that rhythm within ourselves, and just meet ourselves with compassion and just a little intention. To meet our energy, our mind, ourselves emotionally as we are here today. Just even meeting yourself in that spaciousness, you might notice that your breath naturally starts to do what you need. You can also guide it. So as we move through our practice, we want to keep coming back into connection with our breath, within ourselves, whenever our minds drift, whenever something else comes into our focus. And just remember that it's a practice of presence, connection, and support. So when you're ready, you're going to bring yourself down onto your back, and Bella's going to need to move from the blanket, but I'll move it over. Here we go, Bella. You lay there. She wants to be close today. All right, let's lie down on our backs. Now you can stretch your legs out along the floor. You can leave your feet flat on the floor, knees together, whatever feels good for you and your low back. We invite you to place your hands on your belly somewhere. So it can be lower belly, upper belly. Just kind of notice if it feels natural for you for today. Maybe let go of a little sigh as you just allow yourself to feel that support of the floor along your back, letting your nervous system calm just a little bit more. And then slowly inviting a little deeper breath, just inviting the breath to make its way towards your hands at your belly. Not forcing anything, but just allowing the space to emerge. Give yourself a moment or two here. Continuing to notice where your focus is. Feel the connection with your body, noticing you need to adjust your posture. Again, maybe focusing a bit on the inhale if you're feeling a little tired, focusing on the exhale if you need to relax a bit more. Or maybe just finding an even breath between the inhale and the exhale. That's what your body's naturally tending towards as well. It's not like we have to change anything, but we can support ourselves if we are needing a little shift. So we're just going to keep doing these little check-ins as we move through our practice, just to kind of notice how we are. Now, as you're ready, just draw your knees up into your chest and just rock a little over the back. Maybe feel the low belly, press a bit against your thighs, pulling the knees in super tightly or anything. Just a little freedom even, doing little circles over your lumbar towards your sacrum. And then let's warm up the lower half of the body here. So we'll place the left foot on the floor and just take that right thigh and start to circle it around. Feeling into the hip joint, maybe guiding the leg a bit with your hand, feeling a bit of support. Moving a few circles one way and then switching direction. Noticing how that changes the sensation as we start to warm up the muscles, the tissues around that hip joint. Just shift back and forth with direction as it feels natural for you. Let it be a little exploratory as we move through this. Good. Take that thigh and hold on to the leg. Take the foot up into the air. Just begin to circle your right ankle. Spread the toes a bit. You get a few of those little creaks and cracks out. Get that foot moving in as many different directions as you can. Point and flex. Really opening up that agility of our ankle. And then from here, hold your thigh steady. Move just your lower leg in some circles. So just from the knee down, we're doing big circles with that lower leg. Internally, externally rotating the leg. Switching directions again. Keeping our breath smooth and continuous as much as possible. Support ourselves in the movement. Good. And then from here, reach that foot back up in the air. Just lengthen a bit through the back of the leg. Draw the toes to the face, and then inhale, extend that leg out towards the end of the mat. Exhale, let's bring it back up again. So we're just going to warm up the hip flexor a little here. Inhale, extend down. Exhale, back up. Moving with your breath. Good. And the next time it comes down to the floor, we're just going to rest the heel, shake out the knee, and just release a bit through that leg. And notice how we feel there. Feel the difference between the left and the right. Bring that right foot flat. Notice the warmth in the right hip compared to the left hip. If you place your hands right in the front of your hip crease. Let's do the other side. So left thigh circling around. Keeping that breath flowing, adjusting the range of movement for what your body needs. Okay, noticing what feels helpful. Start to shift directions. Building that warmth. Maybe closing your eyes and turning your attention inward as you move. And then from here, that thigh is going to come to the hands. We're going to take the foot up into the air, circle the ankle. Still aware of our breath, even when our attention goes way down to our foot. Spread the toes, point and flex. What do you need to do to kind of get that ankle moving? Feel the shin, feel the calf. Holding your thigh steady, just from the knee down, circling that lower leg as we internally rotate, externally rotate, just in what the leg's ability to do. So there's nothing else kind of moving this other than our muscles, everything that joins them, our mind's intention, feeling, sensing into the body, all directions here, connecting, finding that mind body awareness, and then reaching that foot back up into the air, toes towards the face. Keep your knee a little soft here. Really feel some length through the hamstring, through the calf. Just gently, we're not pulling, we're just, supporting the leg if you do have the hands at the thigh. Connect into the rhythm of your breath. And inhale, extend that leg out towards the end of the mat. Exhale, bring it back up again. Just move with the breath. Couple more times. Feel the hip flexor stabilizing through the hip, down that thigh. And then the next time that leg comes down to the floor, we're just going to rest the heel and shake out the knee. Just bring that foot flat. Notice now how you feel through both hips and legs. Stick the hands into the air, circle our wrists. Keep those fingers moving. Keep those wrists moving. Make little fists. Spread the fingers. Mix it up. Take the arms up overhead. Lengthen through the body. Exhale, bring the arms back down, right beside. Inhale up and overhead. Exhale, back down beside. Couple times with the breath here. Doesn't matter if the hands touch the floor or not. Yeah, and then the arms are going to come back down beside. Bring your feet in alignment with your hips. Low back grounding to the floor. Hands are resting beside your body. We're just going to move through a moving bridge. So take an inhale. As you exhale, press your feet to the floor and feel your low back press a bit to the floor. So you're engaging a bit through the low belly. You can even put a block between your thighs if you want for a little engagement there. Okay, so we're just exhale, we're engaging. Inhale, we're going to peel the pelvis up off the floor, lift the hips up into a bridge, engaging through the back of the body. Exhale, we're going to lower down. Inhale, relax everything. Exhale, engage, press down, lift up. Saying hello to the spine. Exhale, lower down. Just keep moving with your breath here. Inhale, relax. Exhale, engage. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Now, if you want, you can incorporate the arms. You can just leave the arms beside. Exhale, engage. Inhale, lift the hips up. The arms can come up overhead, but if it's too much on your upper neck, really pay attention to that. The upper back. Okay. Exhale, relax. Inhale, inhale, engage. Exhale, relax. Inhale, lift. Maybe the arms come up. They don't have to touch the floor. Again, really pay attention. The most important thing you can do is pay attention to what feels helpful in my body today. Exhale, engage. Inhale, lift. Maybe it's just the hips that rise. Exhale, lower. Let's just do one more here. Inhale, relax. Exhale, engage. Inhale, lift. If you want, hold at the top for a breath or two. Notice what feels right for you. Lower down whenever that feels complete. If you have a block between the thighs, set it to the side. Notice how you feel through the back of your body. That was a nice wake up for the spine. Take your feet a little wider on your mat. Take your hands into a basket so you're holding onto each elbow right in front of your chest. And then as you exhale, you're just going to take your knees one way, elbows are going to go the opposite way, head goes the same as your knees. Inhale up and across. So knees and head go one way, elbows go the opposite. And just twisting, exhale to the side, inhale up and across. So I'm just going to move here a few times with the breath, just feeling a little twist through the spine. Get that neck moving a bit. Feel through the hip flexor, a little release to the hip flexor. If you want, you can pause and hold. Really feel into your body, notice sensation, connection. Whatever you do on one side, do on the other. And then inhale, come back up to center. Take the arms overhead, stretch the legs. Let's just do a little body stretch. And exhale, take the arms down beside. And just rest here for a moment. Just notice how you feel through your body. Notice your heart rate, your breath, any little sensations, anything that you need to pay attention to as you move into maybe some more movement here. Really checking in. Honor yourself. Don't worry about what you think you should be doing. Really allow yourself to meet yourself as you are. All right, so let's roll over your side or roll yourself up. I'm going to come up onto all fours. I'll see how I do without my blanket under my knees because it seems to be occupied by somebody. All right, so grounding wrists underneath the hands, knees are underneath the hips. Let's just move the spine a little here through cat and cow. Inhale, tailbone and crown lift, lengthening, maybe lifting the gaze up towards the eyebrow center. And then exhale, curl the pelvis in, open the shoulders, let your gaze turn down towards your belly button. Inhale, tailbone lifts, crown lifts, lifting up through that gaze, even through the eyes. Exhale, rounding. Press the hands a bit to the floor. Let's do a couple more with our breath. Find your rhythm. Engaging through the belly as you come into cat. Engaging through the back as you experience your cow. Good. Okay, one last time. And then as you come back into center, just take your arms forward, little puppy here, opening up the shoulders, feeling into your upper body, head maybe just resting between the arms. It doesn't have to touch the floor. Keep reaching the hips back, but high. Noticing how your body is. How's your mind? Where's your focus? Nourishing ourselves with our attention and with our breath. All right, let's bring hands back underneath us here. Just wag the tail a little bit, opening up the side of the body a little. So you're just going to wag your tail to the right, look over to your right hip. Wag the tail to the left, open a little to the right side. So you're just opening up each side, wagging the tail, feeling the side of the body. All right, come back to center. Inhale, cow pose. Lifting up the hips, curl the toes under. Let's come into downward dog. Take a few moments to pedal out our feet, feeling the legs, the backs of the legs. Couple breaths there. All right. Let's drop the right or drop the left knee to the floor. Step that right foot through. We're going to come into a lunge. If you have a couple of blocks, grab your blocks so they're nearby here. We're going to bring hands to the knee to start. Make sure the ankle is underneath your knee there. Ground through that back foot, top of the toes to the floor, or you can curl the toes under, whatever works best for your knee. Find a gazing point forward of you. We're just going to come into an easy lunge here. Lifting up the arms, grounding down through the feet. Now, because we're in a low lunge here, you can close your eyes and turn your attention inward if you want, or you can find a gazing point straight in front for balance. Notice what feels right for you. A couple breaths here, just rooting inward, feeling the whole body in a bit of an expression. Keep that breath deep and full. And then with an exhale, take the arms down and back. Inhale, cross the arms in front. I like to cross so really get the shoulders opening. Inhale up. Exhale down and back. One more big circle. And then we're going to inhale, lift up here, maybe a little back bend. Gazing upward just slightly. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, bring the hands down. Grab your blocks if you have some. If you don't have any, just be mindful it's a little farther to reach the floor, and you'll just have a little bit different sensation. So inhale, the hips are forward. Exhale, we're going to shift the hips back, opening up the back of that right leg. Inhale, come forward, opening up the inner thighs. Exhale, back. Sorry, inhale back, exhale forward. Really just want to move with your breath, but I like the sensation of breathing in as I sink back there. Just work with your rhythm. Let's lean forward and just hold for a breath. Feel the inner groin opening, front of the left hip, and then inhale, shift back, hold there for a breath, lengthening through the back of the leg, curl the toes back. And then bring that leg back. Let's switch out the legs here. We're going to take the left leg forward, grounding that foot underneath the knee. Bring the hands to your knee. Find your gazing point forward. Root down through both feet. Okay, you're pressing down a little into the floor. Inhale, arms up. Again, find that gaze of the focal point, or turn your gaze inward. Playing a bit with your balance. Connect with your breath. Feel your body. Take an inhale. As you exhale, arms go back. Inhale, up in front. Letting your breath guide the movement. Nowhere to get to, nowhere to rush off to. Experience your body. One last circle. Inhale, arms up. We're just going to hold at the top there. Shift the gaze up if you want. A little back bend. Opening the heart. Relax the shoulders. Inhale, exhale, hands down. Grab the blocks if you have them. Same thing. We're just going to move forward and back. So inhale, back. Exhale, lean forward. It's okay if the knee comes a little farther than the ankle here in this, because we're just opening up that groin space. We're not focused too much on stability. We've got our blocks for added stability, for our hands, our arms. Moving with your breath again. Pause forward for a breath when you feel ready. Notice what that feels like. Press through that foot. Sink back, curl the toes back, hold there for a breath or two. The hamstring lengthen. And then when that feels complete for you, you're just going to bring that leg back. We'll take the knees wide and sink ourselves into child's pose. So toes together, knees wide, reach the arms forward, rest the forehead. Just take a couple breaths there. Checking in with yourself. Let the breath fade. Maybe sink the hips a little. Little movement side to side through the pelvis. How's that feel in the low back? Let the forehead rest. Let the elbows come to the floor. Just receive. Reset. Integrate. And prepare for another set of movement here. Now, Checking in with your energy, noticing how you want to meet yourself. Are you feeling a little strong and active? Do you need to take care and kind of take it slow? Listen to your body. Coming forward, we're going to come into a plank, either from the knees or from the toes. So again, you're just listening to your energy or listening to your body. You might start on the knees, keep the elbows a little bent. We're using the arms, we're using the shoulders, we're using the core. If you want, curl the toes under, come into a high plank. Again, meeting yourself as you are. Keep your breath deep and full, and you can even just switch between the two if you want to kind of maybe dance at the edge of your comfort zone or challenge yourself a little bit. But again, we really want to nurture ourselves here in this practice today. What feels helpful for you? Maybe one more breath there. And then you come back into puppy or you can come back into downward dog. So again, notice what feels helpful. Pedal the feet a few times, just holding that downward dog, a few breaths to reset. And then we're just going to walk our hands to our feet or our feet to our hands. I've been playing more with hands to feet lately, so I'm going to do that. Grounding down through my feet, let my belly rest over my thighs. Release my head forward, forward fold. Feel the stability of your legs. Let your upper body release. Let your shoulders relax. And maybe your head will give a little yes and no. Sigh out. Make sure your low back is comfortable. There's no discomfort there. Knees bent is always best. All right, let's sink the hips down as if we're going to lift something heavy. We're going to reach as if we're lifting something right in front of us. Extend the spine. We're getting taller. Reaching up, lengthening up. Reaching the hands up towards the sky. Get a little taller and longer through your body. And exhale. Bring the arms down. The shoulders a little roll. Open the face. Open the jaw. Check in with your neck. Drop one ear to one shoulder. Roll it across. The other way. How are you feeling with your neck? Come back to center. Bring the head back up. Roll those shoulders. Shake out the arms. Wiggle the knees a little bit. Notice how you're feeling through your body. Ground through your feet. Feel your feet connected into the earth. Maybe shoulder distance apart. A little wider base here for a moment. And then inhale, take the arms up, interlace your fingers, point the index finger, try and bend the knees a little bit so you're a little grounded through the feet, and then exhale, just lean over to one side. Inhale, come up through center. Exhale over the other side. Moving with your breath. One last time on each side here. Feeling a little bit of a bigger movement, perhaps. That core supporting the movement. Come back up to the top. Slowly release the hands and the arms. Give those shoulders another little roll. Shake out the arms. Shake out the hips. Ground through the feet. Feel that connection into the earth and just come into a mountain pose. Feel your whole body. Feel your feet, your ankles, your knees. Try and root a little bit through the hips down into the feet. The spine, the shoulders, the head and neck, the arms. Feel your whole body. Let's do a little check-in. Feeling the aliveness of our body, feeling our breath. Subtle sensation. So the movements of energy, the natural intelligence of our body, our heart rate, our breath, our digestion. Here you are. Let's take the feet a little wider. Bring your hands to your hips. We're going to turn the right toes towards the short end of the mat. Left toes are turning inward. I might look like I'm opposite to you, but just do your own there as well. All right. So from here, we're going to bring the hands into the heart. Take an inhale. As you exhale, bend that right knee. Ground through both feet. Inhale, press up. Inhaling. Exhale, ground down. Now make sure that knee is going straight towards your toes. You can even look that direction. Inhale in. Exhale, open. The inner thighs open. We ground. One more. Come down and let's hold. Couple breaths here. Feel the strength of the legs. Core is a little active, but we're relaxed. We're strong. Breath is deep and full. All right, now we're going to straighten that leg. We're just going to reach a little bit through that right side. Keep that side nice and long. Keep your knee a little bit bent. Let the hand come down onto the leg wherever it lands there. Just keep this right side nice and long. Take the other arm up. Doesn't have to go straight up, whatever works for your body. Slowly lengthening out that inner thigh. Holding here for a couple breaths. You can always come up and then go back in as well. Okay, just keep that knee a little soft. We're lengthening, we're stabilizing through the legs, through the core, opening up that left side. Deep breath here. And bend that knee, rise all the way up. All right, turn the toes the other direction. Bring the hands into the heart. Let's take a breath. Checking in. How are we feeling? Making any adjustments we need to for our body. Take an inhale. As you exhale, bend that left knee, adjust the feet as needed. Knee is going towards the toes. Inhale in, exhale down. Good with the breath. Good. Let's do one more time. How's that feel? Through the inner thighs, opening there, grounding through both feet. Rest the shoulders, relax the shoulders, reach out through the arms. Steady through the core, down the legs, the spine. Let the breath be deep and full. Now we're going to straighten that left leg, keep the knee a little softer. We're just going to reach out. Okay, reach it over top of that leg. Bring that hand down wherever it lands. The other hand can go in the low back or reach straight up. Feel that inner thigh. You might come up a little bit. Sink from the pelvis, from that hip crease. Lengthening the inner thigh. You don't have to touch the floor. You don't have to get all the way down. Keep the body nice and long. Keep the core strong. Breath deep. Come out whenever you need to. Again, softer knee, a little bit better sometimes for that hamstring. It doesn't have to be straight. Notice what feels right for you. And I'm not putting all my weight on that leg either. I'm using my core, just resting my hand on the leg. Right. From here, we're going to bend the knee and rise back up again. Good. Bring the legs together. Come back to mountain pose. Notice how you feel. Check in. The ankles, the knees, the hips, shoulders, let everything go. Shake it out. We don't have to hold on to the effort. Big breath in, long breath out. Feel your body in mountain pose. Let's do one more standing here. We're gonna take the feet wide and coming into a wide leg forward fold. Okay, so hands at the hips, toes are going forward. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, tilt from the hip crease. Keep the spine long here for a moment. We're opening up the back of the inner thighs, table with the upper body for a moment. Inhale. And as you exhale, let the hands run down the legs to the floor, folding forward here. Let the upper body release, let the head and neck release. Keep those knees a little soft, a little bent, so the hamstrings can lengthen with some support, some engagement. Feel the upper body surrender. Feel the low back maybe open a bit, the pelvis. Couple more breaths. Turning your attention inward. Feel your body. Make any adjustments. Listen to your body. Hands back to the hips. Slowly rise back into that table. We're going to hold there for a breath. Just feel a little strength through the back of the body. And then bend the knees and rise all the way up. Good. Bring the feet back together. Come back to mountain pose. Notice how that feels. Again, let it go. Shake it off. Get the knees shaking, the elbows, the face, a little stretch to the face. Notice how that feels. Land in a little mountain stillness. So your breath can naturally expand more through your body. State of ease and harmony, aliveness, but natural. Calm aliveness. All right, let's go to the top of our mats. We're going to inhale, reach for the sky, lengthen to the upper body, bend the knees, fold from the hips, swan dive forward and touch the floor. Inhale, bring your hands just below your knees, arms long, lengthen the spine. Lift, exhale, fold forward. Let's hold here for a couple breaths. Ground to the hands, walk the feet back, downward dog. You can always drop into a puppy if that feels better. Couple breaths here. Feel the back of the body lengthen, open. Breathing into it. Come forward into that high plank. Drop to your knees if you like. We're going to lower ourselves all the way down to the floor. So if you can, have the elbows go back. And you're dropping your heart just by your fingertips. You're going to lower all the way down to the floor. And now tops of the feet turn to the mat. Feel the tops of the feet press to the floor. Hands are right beside the chest. Elbows are back by the rib cage. Like little grasshopper legs. We're going to do baby cobra. So ground to the front of the body. Feel the pubic bone press to the floor. You need to squeeze the glutes a little bit. Feel your belly press to the floor on the inhale and just a little back bend, lifting up through the back of the body. Again, you can lift the gaze. You can keep your gaze inward. Exhale, come down. Just moving with the breath here. Inhale, engage to the tail of the cobra. Lift a little bit through the back of the body. Exhale, come down. Let's do two more. Inhale up. So the belly presses to the floor. We're strong through the bottom of the body against the floor. Exhale down. This time come up, hold at the top if you want for a full breath. You can lift the hands up off the floor, engage the shoulder blades. Or you can just slowly come down as you're ready. Bring the forearms in front of you, rest your forehead, let the ankles fall apart. And come into crocodile pose. Give the hips a little wiggle. The breath soften. Lengthen out the exhales a little bit, let the effort go. A little sigh, a little surrender. Let the breath slowly start to even out. Work through any of those little hesitations or pauses. Don't ever starve yourself of breath. If you need to take that inhale, take that inhale. Noticing just how your body breathes. Calming the mind, relaxing the body. Everything can start to smooth out. Notice how you're feeling. State and focus of your mind. Compassionate awareness. And then roll over onto your back. All right. Feet flat on the floor. Let the full back rest on the floor, hands at the belly for a moment. Winding things down here. Notice your breath as you now lie on your back. Connection with yourself. All right, we're gonna lift our hips up a little bit, shift them to one side of the mat, doesn't matter which way. The knees are gonna go the opposite way. So you're keeping your spine really long through that central column of your body. Reach the opposite arm out to the side, turn your head towards your opposite arm and just pause there. We're not pulling the body into a twist. We're supporting the body with any blocks or pillows between the thighs, under the legs if needed. So maybe the body doesn't twist super drastically, and then just relax into it, let your breath deepen. Just for as long as it feels right for you. Come out anytime. On an inhale, head to center, knees back up, bring the arms alongside the body and reset your hips back into the center line with your shoulders. Take a full breath. Let the body reset. Nice long exhale. All right, from here, inhale, lift the hips. They're going to go the opposite way. Knees are going to go the opposite direction. And we're just going to take that opposite arm in the other way than the knees. Head will follow the arm. And just pause here. Turning your attention inward. Feel your body. Notice where you sense your breath in your body. Deep inhales, long exhales. Notice if you're holding tension anywhere. See what kind of support you might need to ease the tension. Maybe just ease back a little bit. Don't go so deep. Or just breathe into it. Come back to center when you're ready. Head to center, knees to center, hips to center. Good. Feel the low back ground with the floor. Draw the knees into the chest and just rock over that low back. Both directions, little circles into the lumbar, the sacrum. Lovely. Bring your left foot to the floor, take the right foot up into the air, extend through that leg, and then flex the foot. Cross that ankle over your left knee. Create a window here. So you're just opening that right knee off to the side. And they're just going to draw the legs in. So you can just let the legs kind of rest there using your core a little bit. But as we're winding things down, you might grab onto the foot and the knee as you draw that right leg in towards your chest. Your left leg is just helping to support it. You can reach through and grab onto the back of the left leg just as long as your shoulders don't feel very strained. in that reach. I like to just hold on to the foot and the knee, maybe hold on to the shin. You can always take your hand through that right leg and hold on to the right shin as well. Just opening up the back of the hip. Draw your tension down in towards that pelvis. Again, you don't have to pull and strain the body. Just find that little edge where there's a natural opening and breathe into it. Notice where you feel the breath in your body. Exhale, take that foot to the floor, reach the right leg up and just extend through that knee for a moment, lower it all the way down to the floor. Shake out the knee, rest the heel, just release through that hip. And bring that foot flat. We're going to do the other side, left foot up in the air, flex the foot, lengthening to the back of that leg. Cross the ankle over the right knee, open the left thigh. We're not pushing on or anything, we're just whatever that thigh will naturally open on its own. And then we're drawing that leg in, holding onto the left foot and the knee, maybe reaching through, holding onto the shin of that left leg, and just using the right leg as a little bit of an anchor, a little bit of support, stability. So you can draw your attention into your left hip. You don't want to feel contorted through your torso. You want to feel steady through your back. And then just let the breath deepen. You don't have to lift that right leg up either. It can just rest. Okay. Try not to pull. Just let the legs find their way. You don't want to overstretch. Just want to stretch and lengthen to what the body is capable of. Let it naturally unfold. Maybe one more breath here. Come out whenever you need to. Right foot to the floor, left foot up into the air, extend through that leg and lower it all the way down. Rest the heel, shake out the knee. Stretch the right leg out, shake out both knees, give the hips a little wiggle, get the upper body wiggling a little bit. Just letting all that tension go. Shake out the hands. Oh, get the head maybe wiggling a little bit there. So good for the nervous system. And then maybe rest the hands on the belly for a moment. Notice how you're feeling. Noticing your breath, any sensations through your body. And just shift right into a relaxation here. So you can leave your hands on your belly if you want. You can let your arms separate a bit from your body. Let your feet separate from each other. If you need something underneath your knees, grab that. If you want to throw a blanket over you, do that. Just rest as you are. Sigh out, let all that effort fade. Begin to relax the muscles of your face, of your forehead, of your eyes. Eyes closed, gazing in. Relax your cheeks and your jaw, your lips. Let your head feel heavy against the floor. Relax the neck, sides and back of the neck. Let the shoulder blades ground, maybe lifting those shoulders, resting them away from the ears, just naturally. Shoulder joints dropping to the floor with gravity, letting the elbows and hands just be as they are. Bring your awareness into your collarbones, the center of your chest, feeling your heart space, relaxing the upper back, mid back, and lower back, noticing the natural curve of your spine, letting the belly rise and fall, watching it rise and fall in its own natural rhythm now. Relaxing the back of your hips, your sacrum, your glutes are soft and relaxed. Hip flexors are relaxed. Knees, thighs. For the calves resting, the ankles, the heels heavy, and the feet just resting as they are. And the toes relax. Nothing to do, nowhere to go, just be and integrate your practice, your breath natural, everything effortless. Try not to let the mind wander too far. If it drifts, just keep bringing it back. Observing, being the witness of your body, of your breath, and the connection that you've created here today. Noticing the expression on your face, relaxed, feeling through your torso, your hips, your arms and legs. Noticing if tension builds anywhere, gripping, to see if you can soften a little. Noticing our body's natural tendencies, usually towards protection, having that compassionate lens to ourselves. Even our mind, not judging our mind for its roaming tendencies, its fluttering. A couple more breaths here in stillness. You can stay here as long as you wish. At some point, you might just send the body an invitation to once again find movement and just notice how that starts to emerge. Just sending that invitation. Noticing what it feels like for the body to slowly start to find movement again. Maybe your head will want to rock back and forth, or maybe you'll just draw your knees to your chest, or maybe you'll stretch your body out, arms overhead. You might just rest a little longer in that stillness, lying on your back, or you can roll over to one side and just notice how you feel as you transition yourself. Noticing what you're bringing with you from this time spent and this connection that you've cultivated. And bring yourself back up to your seat as you feel ready. Sit comfortably. And just wind out with a few moments of centered focus, meditation to support us. So find a comfortable posture and let's just scan the body now that we're sitting again. Feeling the head rest over the shoulders, maybe checking in with the head and neck, just sitting naturally with the head, arms resting, give the elbows a little wiggle, nothing to hold in the shoulders. Feeling the support of your spine, finding your posture with your hips and your legs that feels natural and comfortable. Making sure you're a little lifted if needed. Letting out a sigh, surrendering into stillness within yourself now. Stillness of the mind in a more alert posture. Just noticing how that unfolds. Noticing your experience. Just beginning to watch your breath. Just feel your body breathe, natural, effortless. Maybe the body has a bit of a more diaphragmatic flow than when you started your practice. A little deeper into the belly, into the body. You can rest your hands on your thighs. You can rest your hands in your lap, maybe one hand in the other. You can even rest your hands at your belly and your heart to hold that connection inward, to have a grounding effect for your mind, in your body, in your heart, in your being. And then watching that breath, watching the rhythm, the flow. And if you like, you can just sit with awareness with yourself, perhaps watch the thoughts without attaching them to them, just letting them come and go. If you'd like to center your mind a little bit more, you can use a mantra like So Hum to support your mind in finding steadiness. Inhaling So, exhaling Hum, just in the mind. You can even use the mantra Om if you wish. Maybe there's an affirmation you're working with that you'd like to repeat in your mind. Feel the connection with your body at the same time, with your heart and your breath. Not judging thoughts, just letting them come and go. Keeping yourself inward focused, heart focused, breath focused, with a compassionate curiosity. Watching the dynamic movement of the breath as the body finds equilibrium and harmony. So, you see any ripples of discomfort or unease in the stillness and the silence. Meeting yourself with compassion and non-judgment. Just focusing inward on the home within yourself, the relationship with yourself. Let the mantra fade and just feel into your now, into your experience, the naturalness of your breath, of yourself. Bring both hands over your heart now. Heart centered, mind calm, self-aware. Here you are. What a wonderful place to be. In connection and relationship with yourself, your friend for life. So give thanks to yourself, bow to yourself in gratitude. You can bring your hands to prayer if you like, saying thank you for taking this time here today, nurturing and supporting myself. Saying thank you to each other. Thank you for joining me. Thank you to all those who join with us energetically through this practice. And thanks for anything else you might like to acknowledge here today. Take a moment for that too. And then I feel like I'm going to sound Om to close the practice here today. You can join me if you like. Well, keep your eyes closed, or your palms. Feel some warmth in your palms, and then place your palms over your eyes, allowing the eyes to open into the warmth of your palms, and then slowly wash your face and feel a little rejuvenated, fresh lens, fresh experience, fresh connection. Thanking my body and spirit for this practice today, and I thank you for sharing yours. Namaste. Hmm. If you feel called to share how you're feeling after the practice in the comments, I would love to hear from you. If you have any questions or feedback about the practice, I definitely welcome that as well. I hope you enjoyed this and we'll come back and do it again and take some time to tune in to yourself and support yourself in the ways that you need. So, again, thank you for being here. Stay connected. Feel free to reach out to me anytime, Brenda at seabrightspirit.ca, or again through the comments. Subscribe and like, and I hope to connect with you again soon. Take care.